Assalamu alaikum dear friends, this is your lecture of English grammar. Today we are going to study future continuous tense. At first we are going to study its definition. It is used to express a continued or an ongoing action in future. So students, the tense which expresses a situation that is continued or that is going on in future, it is called future continuous tense. The action that will be continuing in future. For example, I shall be waiting for you tomorrow. This sentence shows that it is happening in future and it has not been completed, but it is still happening, that I shall be waiting. So it is future continuous tense. Now we are going to study the rules of future continuous tense. The first rule is auxiliary verb or helping verb will be is used in sentences. Second rule is first form of verb plus ing, that is called present participle, is used as main verb in sentences. Students, you will learn this definition and these rules. Now move towards the structure of sentences, how we can make future continuous tenses. Number one is positive sentences. The structure of positive sentences is subject, helping verb, first form of verb plus ing plus object. We'll make our sentence keeping in view this structure. In future continuous tense, there are two helping verbs. Number one is will be. It is used when our subject is he, she, it, they and all other subjects. And we use shall be when our subject is I or we. Now come towards the examples of positive sentences. I shall be waiting for you. It is future continuous tense. The subject is I and shall be is helping verb. Waiting is present participle. You is object. Sentence number 2. You will be feeling well tomorrow. You is subject. Will be is helping verb. Feeling is present participle. That is first form plus ing. So there is no object in this sentence. Now we come towards negative sentences. The structure of negative sentences is subject plus will not be or shall not be plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. Friends, in negative sentences we will use not between our helping verbs. Friends, you will remember one rule, that anywhere in tenses, if our helping verb consists of two words, addressed will be, we shall use not between these two words. Our subject was will be. Now we are going to use not and we shall use not between will be. It will become will not be or shall not be. So the examples of negative sentence are I shall not be waiting for you. You will not be feeling well tomorrow. Now move towards interrogative sentences. You know, in interrogative sentences we use helping verb first of all, then subject. As there are two words in a helping verb, so first verb will or shall will be used at first, then subject and then be. First form of verb plus ing plus object. So it is also a rule that if our helping verb consists of two words in interrogative sentences, we use first word of our helping verb in the start of the sentence and the other word, that is second word, it is used after subject. For example, shall I be waiting for you? In this sentence you can see shall is the first word of helping verb, I is subject and be is second word of helping verb. Waiting is present participle, first form of verb plus ing and you is object. Same is the second sentence, will you be feeling well tomorrow? So friends, this was the task of this week. You will learn and practice future continuous tense at home. You will make 10 sentences of each form, 10 sentences positive sentences and 10 negative sentences and 10 interrogative sentences by your for further practice. Allah Hafiz.